So there it is. So hopefully it won't get dark too quick for this video because I'm going to use my camcorder as well. But basically, what I have is a bunch of sauerkraut and red onion, and I was thinking, what can I use with that? And I just came up with something with sausage. So I have this andouille sausage smoked from fresh thyme. Use this, and I decided I'll use some red kale. How freaking cool is this? And just a couple other things like potatoes and carrots. I use a little chicken stock, and we'll make a little soup for tonight. And we have a little cricket or something over there. I just started. All right, so I'm gonna do my best with just, that's my camera person right there. It's on one of my jackets. All right, so we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Got these really cool iridescent tablespoon measures. All right, welcome to Martin's Kitchen, cooking with Sasquatch. Gonna light this up. And you won't be able to see me cutting, I don't think. We are gonna chop up some red onion. Red onion that I just showed you while the pan's heating up. Chopping that up. Put that in there. Could have waited till it got a little hotter so it would sizzle, but it's fine. More red onion. Throw that right in there. And I have the pot next to this. What I'm going to be doing is putting stuff into the pot and simmering that. So there's that. Next I'm going to chop up the smoked andouille and mix that in with this onion. I do a specific order because some things take longer to cook. Onions, they can cook forever. I like to usually get it a little brown. It'll get a little color as it's sitting here, and also once we add the sausage, we'll let that saute for a bit. I basically just made this up. I was just thinking what sounds good, what's kind of healthy. This is a little less healthy because it's a sausage than my usual, but it's all good. I've been pretty good lately. So I'm just slicing the sausage up now. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. This stuff's already cooked, this sausage. You can get the raw. I didn't want to while I'm camping deal with raw stuff. Not today anyways. Alright. Add the rest of the sausage. Let that saute. I have some of these. Got them from Walmart, I think. Something I always have to clean with is peroxide. An old bottle, it's probably all dirty, but I like to spray the surfaces with peroxide. Wipe them off, just keep it sanitary as possible. I don't have running water or anything here, so I have to be as clean as I can. And there we go, that's what we got in there. You can see that. I'm kind of trying to line it up with the screen for you. Here we go. And once that's brown up a bit, we'll go right in there, start simmering. All right, now this is where having this 2-burner thing is a game changer. I only had 1 burner for a while. Now what I'm gonna do is start the broth, and I'm gonna put the carrots and potatoes in here. So I'm just throwing the trash over there for now. I don't have a trash. So I'm gonna put 2 of these packets of this Lono bone broth. This stuff is absolutely delicious. All right, so I've got that on there. Now I'm gonna light it. Here we go. This is such a game changer for me with these 2. So now I'm gonna just rinse this thing, the lid. Take my paper towel and just wipe that off. The sausage already smells amazing. Now this is simmering. Hopefully I have enough propane to keep this going in one shot. Man, amazing. Peeling the carrots now. Can't really do this on screen. Yep. Alright, these carrots I'm just going to put right into the broth. I'm not going to saute them or anything. Got like a 1 pound bag of carrots total. Lid back on. And one other thing I decided I thought sounded good in it is I'm going to use some of these organic Great Northern beans. For these golden russet potatoes, I'm just going to spray them with a little bit of peroxide and wipe them off with a paper towel. Probably even better than rinsing them. And then I'm going to leave the skin on the potatoes. I like the skin. Alright, here's one of the potatoes. Here's the other one, just little bite-sized pieces. There you go. See how this is doing. Oh, it's browning up a bit. Look at that. Woo. Some nice color there. Alright, so now I'm just going to literally dump this right into this. There we go. That's that. Here's how that looks. We're getting a little dark here. Let me see if it's hard to see it. But that's that. Let's see. So, I just added the second packet of the stock. I could probably even put more, but I'm just going to stick with 2. And this is simmering, so for me, it's once the carrots and potatoes are done, it's good. I forget how long that takes. I'm thinking it's like 15-20 minutes. And what I will do, I will put the kale in, I'll chop it up, and I'm going to just put that in cold, and the beans. And it's sort of something that I typically do just when cooking. What that will do once this is done is it'll start to cool this down when I put the kale and beans, and that is good because I want this to cool down because a lot of this is going to go into my cooler. And I don't want to put it in there scorching hot, and I don't want it sitting out for a long time, like kind of warm. That's not good. So just going to let this simmer for a bit and add those, and that'll be it. It's going to be hopefully delicious. I think it will be. All right, so that did not take long. I just checked. The potatoes and the carrots are done. So I'm going to shut this off, add all the kale, the white beans, and I think I'm gonna top it with sauerkraut at the end. All right, so all the kale's in there. I didn't rinse it or anything. I saw they had like the rinse thing over at the market. I chewed some and it wasn't gritty. I think it was pretty clean when I looked at it. So I'm just gonna mix this in and then add the beans and top it with sauerkraut. That's gonna be it. We'll see how the sauerkraut goes with all this. I hope it's good. I think it'll be good. All right, so because I'm in the forest and without a kitchen, I'm just sort of doing two things at once. Cooling down the soup and cooking the kale at the same time. I didn't saute it or anything. I just figured I would cook it in the broth. That's good enough for me. Man, does that not look amazing already or what? All right, here comes the beans. I looked at the ingredients. Where are they? Right there. And that's what I saw. Organic beans, water, sea salt. So I'm gonna just leave it all. I'm gonna pour all that, put that nicely seasoned liquid in there, and it's seasoned with sea salt, so I think it'll taste good. All right, the beans are in there, and I just nailed it with a bunch of cracked black pepper. I've got actually one of the ones, I don't even know if it's gonna be enough, but so those are all mixed in there. The only other thing I will be adding is sauerkraut to the top of this. This was all built upon sauerkraut. I figured I've been wanting to eat some fermented foods once in a while, as they say those are good, like probiotics or whatever, or prebiotics. So I basically built this whole thing around sauerkraut and having red onions. So we are ready to go. It didn't take very long at all. I don't know what it was, 20 minutes. I don't have like a regular serving spoon, so I'm gonna use my half cup measure. Scoop some out into my bowl right here. That's it. We're about to have some of this soup and put some sauerkraut on it. You see it's still really hot. Steaming up the camera. A little more. I've been sort of intermittent fasting, so this is like my first major meal of the day. I did have a shake earlier. I'll typically eat a pretty good meal for dinner. So there is that. There it is. And I'll be adding the sauerkraut. And that's it. So lastly, I'm just gonna put a little dab of this on there. Nothing crazy. Maybe 2-3 tablespoons of it, and then I'll have a little bit more because I've got a couple more servings of this. And there we go. All right, so there it is. I can only use one hand to show you, but you can kind of see the beans in there. And I just had a couple spoonfuls and it really worked. So it's kind of healthy, I think. Not super healthy, but tasty. So yeah, if you're looking for pretty easy food camping, there you go. And I just spilled some on my hand and that was hot. So I'm about to sit down and eat it.